through on the ground. Huge jump.
This
likelihood future UFC Hall of Famer Cain Velasquez. You guys have been sharpening each other's skills for years, and it's good to see Cain back and healthy here tonight.
exactly where he belongs. Cain Velasquez is a fighter, and he deserves to be fighting inside of the octagon. One of the tighter strikers the UFC has ever seen in the heavyweight division. The cardio, the pace, the pressure that you face when you fight a Cain Velasquez is overwhelming. Guys melt, and it's because after one round you realize we're just getting started.
Right.
And Cain's only revving up the engine. It's truly, truly difficult to stare down the barrel of a fight with Cain Velasquez.
And he hasn't necessarily adopted my Cardio Cain moniker, but there are few guys that can match the cardiovascular strength of the great Cain Velasquez. Big spot for him here tonight. Round here tonight, and a new look corner. Is that Hasbulla there?
Yeah, I mean, Hasbulla is in the corner with Khabib. Khabib loves him. He's always talking about him. He spends time with him. But the one thing is, while Hasbulla is there, Khabib Nurmagomedov's approach will not change. This guy is an absolute grinder, man. He is just a dog. He will go forward, get in your face, hit him. He will not deter Khabib Nurmagomedov from accomplishing the ultimate goal, and that's keeping that 0 on the right side of his record.
And if you're Javier Mendez, you just got to make sure that you let Hasbulla get in there between rounds. Little guy's got a lot to say. Khabib Nurmagomedov, and he finds himself in another big spot here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Cain Velasquez. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Heavyweight Champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
And there's Herb Dean. He will handle the action inside the octagon. All right, here we are back in Montreal at the Bell Center, and with respect to all of the MMA fans globally around the world, for my money, this is the loudest venue I have ever heard for a UFC match.
If they say that the United Center is the home that MJ built, this is George St. Pierre's home, the Bell Center in Montreal. And I'm telling you, man, when the hometown boy hits the curtain, these people go crazy. This is a phenomenal fight environment.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Cain Velasquez. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. All right, the referee not seeing enough action there. We go back to the center of the octagon now. Ooh, nice defense. I thought that punch might get through.
He gets in a single collar tie. Look for him to now start to find uppercuts up the middle to try to do damage to his opponent.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Ooh, pretty good uppercut.
Nice combination. Oh, nice takedown defense. Oh, my God.
Oh, how about the judo toss there? Judo 101.
Oh, in the mouth.
Nurmagomedov's looking for an armbar here. He is no one-trick pony. Wow, he's out. The fight's going to continue.
Oh, my goodness. I thought it was over. I thought this fight was over. Look at that. Recognized he was about to lose position.
Good work from the top here by Velasquez.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. Pretty productive with the strikes here off his back. Khabib's in half guard.
Big ground and pound.
Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage. In the half guard.
Inside the closed guard, Nurmagomedov's got his arm under the chin, going for a guillotine now. Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll.
What are you doing out there? Let's shake it off. We need to do exactly what we did in the gym. I want you to keep your hands up, keep moving your head, keep moving your feet, cut those angles, and let's change it up.
All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
All right, buckle up. Here we go. Round two. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Cain Velasquez. Going to the body now with that hook shot. Nicely done by Velasquez. Oh, judo toss. Made it look easy. Going back to the body work now.
Yes, smart adjustment. Yep.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. And there it is, another strike. Gets through on the ground. Huge elbow there. We might get a stoppage here.
He's got to be careful here.
The ground strikes starting to pile up. Well, he's on his back, but he's moving his head on the ground. Oh, what do we got here? Looks like an arm triangle attempt. Oh, tense moment here. That arm triangle's tight.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
Oh, he's trying to buck the hips. Looked like he got the hand ready to tap.
I mean, look at that. What a beautiful display of submission defense. Not panicking in a position that is very, very difficult to deal with.
Wrist control, wrist control.
Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. An elbow! Takes his back.
Nice.
Khabib's right back to the full mount. Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike. Gonna try to take his opponent's back here, and he does. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. All right, side control now. Nurmagomedov's got him in a crucifix now, gonna go to work from the top.
Oh, he's going triangle here.
Ooh, arm triangle's in tight.
It's getting in very tight.
Oh, he bails on the submission now. And the horn sounds on round 2. All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round. And get that man a singlet, man, right? Offensive wrestling on point tonight.
That was a tutorial. That was every single takedown you could secure in a fight. He did it all the right way. He's beating his opponent to the finish before he can try to sprawl and respond. He's a step behind. If he's going to stop these takedowns going forward, he needs to react a little quicker.
Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. All right, so next round is underway after he came very close to submitting his opponent in that previous round.
He came very, very close to getting that finish, but he wasn't able to get that little extra squeeze to get the finish. But it's okay. Continue to try and put yourself back in those positions to get the job done.
Velasquez gets the single leg takedown. Well played.
Always offensive. Lands a shot from the bottom. He passes to half.
Good, solid strike on the ground. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Another ground and pound strike lands. Oh, almost like you saw the skin swell right away after he landed that strike.
So that trainer's gonna have to bring in the in swell to try to deal with the swelling, because this guy is getting pieced up.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Velasquez. All right, so good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off of you. This in the half guard. There it is. Now he's running him out. He's got to be careful here.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
Velasquez is able to make a nice transition there back into side control. Oh, that's a pretty slick reversal right there.
He's got to be careful here.
15 seconds. All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, so the round is over, but not before damage was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to try to seal it up. All right, well, 1 minute of end swell can only do so much. Let us look back at some of the damaging strikes in that previous round.
It doesn't seem like it's going to do much, and if it does, he can't take any more of these shots. He was too stationary. He took everything square on the target. He's got to move his head, and he's got to be proactive instead of reactive in terms of his defenses.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
4th round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go. The tension is palpable. 4th round is underway. You've got a thing or two to say about these two. starting to pile up these body shots here in the latter stages of this fight. You didn't see a lot of that in the earlier rounds, making up for lost time here.
He's going to guillotine.
Oh, that gilly is tight. Oh, he escapes.
He got out. I mean, wow, that is great submission defense.
All right, he remains in pursuit of the submission, but the defense continues to hold up. I'm not sure he's going to be able to find a finish here.
In MMA today, guys are so well-rounded. They're so gifted. It's hard to just lock up a submission, but he continues to try. And in those efforts, he has given himself a chance to win this fight.
I've never been submitted.
You never have?
Nope.
Lucky guy. I have.
Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head. Oh, hard ground and pound strike there. I believe that one opened him up.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Moving his head on the ground here, avoiding a lot of these big shots.
Great job landing from the top position.
These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward. Knee on belly. Postures up, knee on belly. He's raining down ground and pound. He has to move, or the fight is going to get stopped.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
Nurmagomedov's back in side control. So that cut continues to get more severe with every passing moment of the fight.
Every moment. You know, when you get cut in a fight, you expect for it to worsen because you're not going to not get hit anymore. Right now, he's got to do something to try to limit the damage. Otherwise, it's going to get real bad.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Nurmagomedov. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. Khabib's back in form. Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4, 20 minutes in the books. All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure. But nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward. All right, DC, we'll get a few clips of the damage done in that previous round. That eye continues to be the main target.
I mean, he is getting hit in this position, and it's all about now where is the cut? Is it above the eye? Is it below the eye? But every time you get hit in that area, it is going to sting, and the bleeding will then cause issues to your side. He's got to change something.
It is the 5th and final round.
Ooh, what a punch.
Nice. Nicely done.
Big shot lands for both guys.
What a great sequence by him, mixing up his strikes and once again targeting that already damaged, swollen area of the stage.
That's exactly what he should do. You know, we are talking about a guy that is so talented, that is so disciplined, that when he can see swelling like that, he's going to continue to attack it.
Nurmagomedov's in half guard. All right, setting up for a submission now.
Oh, he's advancing. He's going to go to sleep. It's over.
And there's the tap!
Goodness.
The winner by submission.
Oh, my goodness.
So what a win for him here tonight. He gets it done and gets it done by way of submission. He told us this week, I got to keep these judges out of it. Mission accomplished.
Absolutely. He is a phenomenal grappler. He said that he held the advantage there, and that would show itself in the fight. He proved that, and he gets a submission victory. Amazing.
All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
The official decision is in. We said it inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 41 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by tap out and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
All right, so Khabib Nurmagomedov had a lot of submissions late in his UFC title run. He gets another one here tonight, and when you get to the ground with this guy, caution, phlegm.